Hey everybody, it's Jenny and I am back to share a memory planner layout. I am sharing with you how I start, which is by writing down the photos I'd like to use. Then I print them out using my Canon selfie printer and I add the dates to the edges of the photos for each photo. Then I trim those 4x6 photos with my paper trimmer. I use an app called Pick Frame to get that collage. It did cost $1 or $2, but I really like it. It's really intuitive and easy to use. So I trim those up and then I place them in about the area that I'd like to have them each week. It's not a hard and fast rule. I just put them in the general vicinity, knowing that I might move them around a little bit, punch them, overlap them, those types of things. Most photos I try to stick around the date that it happened. However, there are certain photos that it really just doesn't make any difference at all. So for example, the photo that I'm going to put on Tuesday of my outdoor chair, it's not at all specific till Tuesday. So if I didn't have room for that one, I could definitely move it. Same for the cat, the dog, those types of pictures, I don't worry about it at all. But you know what? In the end, it ends up working out okay, keeping them on the date that they transpired or somewhere near there. I'm using an adhesive to adhere those to the back. I use the Scotch ATG gun just because I have been scrapbooking for 19 years and I do have old scrapbook albums where some of the adhesive hasn't worked as well. These are Traci Reed printables. This is exactly how they come. You download the file and then you open it and press print. I did print these at 75% just because it scales the size closest to the big Happy Planner, which is what I'm using. But you wouldn't have to do that. You could just have it at 100%, no problemo. But it literally couldn't be easier. Download, open, print. So easy. And then you have these absolutely wonderful designs instantly. I mean, like you have them right then. No waiting for shipping, anything like that. And if you want to print them 2 or 3 times, go for it. So I'm simply trimming these up. I've sped this up just a little bit so you don't have to watch me quite so long. Cut all these designs apart. I have a few in mind that I'd like to use for this particular week. It's the first full week in October, so I am doing a Halloween themed layout just because I want to, and there's so much good Halloween stuff out there, and I absolutely love this Hocus Pocus pastel themed collection. Now I'm just kind of laying a couple out here, seeing overall how I want them, what I think looks good, that type of thing. Sometimes I just go with what I do first. This time I am switching it up a little bit, although ordinarily I do try to just keep it how it is. As you can see, there's definitely a little bit of overlappage, and that is because I just like the way that it looks best with a little bit of layering. I will also add embellishments to these and create little clusters that look adorable and that I just absolutely love in the end. But lucky for me, there are tons and tons of super cute Traci Reed embellishments as well that I've created into stickers. And if you watched my passion planner plan with me, you already saw these because that's what I use for this week as well. Same stickers. And as I talked about in that particular one, these are the same thing, you just print. I happened to print on sticker paper and cut it out with my Silhouette Cameo, but you would not have to do that at all. You could totally just print them and cut them with a pair of scissors. So I am layering a couple of different things. You saw that little rectangle and then the tag on the left-hand side. And I was going to shift it around a little bit, put something different there, but this sticker paper is not very forgiving. And it's okay because I got it really cheap on Amazon, and that's that's my priority, I guess, is buying cheap sticker paper. So yeah, that's what you got to do. So anyway, I am still trying to, in addition to the rule of thirds for my major embellishment clusters, I'm also still trying to work in the rule of thirds for my design elements, either keeping them at 3 or 5 elements in each cluster. Honestly, it's just the way that they look best. It's the way that your eye wants to see them. And yeah, it's cute. I mean, look at that hanging bird cage. Am I just so stinking cute? Now, anyway, I'm going to add another little guy down here. I don't know why, it just feels right, but it's not really related to that cluster. I mean, it is, but I'm not considering it part of it. Look at the bat. Oh my gosh, I love it. Now, anyway, we're going to keep moving on, and there are just so many little cute bits and pieces. I could go all day, to be perfectly honest. However, I'm going to cut it there for now, and then we are going to move along to adding my plans. Now I'm going to use the Studio Calico Color Theory labels. You have heard me talk about these several times, and that's because I love them. There are a wide variety of colors, I think 15, and they're $1 a sheet. That makes them such a great value, and then they match literally everything because you can find a color that matches. So I absolutely love them. They are a staple in my arsenal, and I have already bought more of certain colors like the light pink, the gray. I need some more of the lavender, so I'm going to have to order some of those. They just really are so perfect for nearly everything that I'm going to use them over and over and over again. So if you're interested, I'll link those up below, just like I will the Traci Reed designs, because heck, who doesn't want great planner stickers for a great price? Am I right? All right, so I pulled this out because I am going to now start adding my plans to the label stickers that I laid down. So these are all the planned activities that we had during the week. I don't add any of the to-dos or anything like that unless it somehow needs to be memorable. And then if that's the case, then that obviously would go there. I'm going to add those plans. I like to do this because I started this project because our lives were just crazy busy, full of so much stuff. And I knew that this time was fleeting, and I knew that I would not have this as my reality forever. And so I decided that I really wanted to try to capture each and every bit of our lives in this time. And it's been just such a treasure. It's genuinely my favorite project each week. I love looking back at the old ones. I'm going to add my journaling lines. This is a magnetic mat and a ruler. I like to stagger my lines. I like to use the big, bold black pen. I love the way that it looks. I love the contrast. I love the whimsical feel by not lining my edges of my lines up. I like having them staggered. I think that just adds a lot of not only whimsy, I just think it looks really good, and I'm a big fan. Now, up at the top of Monday, I'm going to write pool time because we enjoyed some pool time that afternoon, and I thought that would be really cute to add that right there. Cute, right? I think it's fun and I love it. And I just love adding little hand-drawn elements because I'm not an artiste. I'm not creative like some of these wonderful people out here. And so for me, doing what I can to add my own personalized touch is important. So I'm just going back through and adding more lines as necessary for my journaling. I know that I've got various little stories to tell, and I look forward to doing that. I think that there's just something to be said for several of these photos this week, and so I want to add little clusters instead of maybe one or two big ones like I sometimes often do. Now I do have a big one over on the left hand side, but there'll be a few smaller ones on the right hand side. Now I am also adding these alphabet stickers from scrapbook.com. These books are fantastic. They not only come with a variety of alphabet stickers, so there's these that are uppercase, there's another font. I mean, there are, I think, like 5 different alphabet stickers, and then a whole bunch of sticker strips in here as well, and I think some labels too, if I'm remembering correctly. And they're just a really, really good basic staple. That's why you see me use them quite a bit in my projects, because I just really like them. I think they're super cool, and I love the fonts. I love a good sans serif font. So now I'm going to go through when I'm finished writing out. I first wrote CSUSM. We went and looked at a college for my son. Then I wrote spa because my younger son was in the spa. And then now I'm writing out Lucy, which is our younger dog's name. I just really like the pop that alphabet stickers provide on a layout. But now I'm going to use some of those strip stickers and just put a few different phrases throughout the layout where they are applicable. So for example, like here, okay, it goes with the photo. And then if I can find any other words that go with the photo as well, I'll add those. They're just a fun little addition, not only to the story, but then also they look really cute too. All right, so we've got some more lines that need to be drawn over here. Like I said, we're going to add a few little smaller clusters to specifically notate things that are going on in photos, like in a specific photo, as opposed to the general overview of the week. So I'm just going to write this one in first, which is actually sort of weird because I typically work from left to right, but this time I just felt the need to write that one in there right there. But I think it was because when I was drawing those lines, I had very specific journaling that I wanted to include, and so I wanted to hurry up and get that down before I forgot what that very specific journaling was. So now I'm just filling in this big cluster, and when I do these big ones, it's usually a more general overview. Obviously, I will include details and things like that, but it's not about anything specific, for the most part. Now here, for example, I have a couple, actually there's 3 of those little smaller ones, and I'm going to write about specific photos. So that's a little bit different, but I also really like the way that that fills in this layout as well. I just think it looks cool, and then it's awesome to have this extra detail for this particular layout as well. So now I'm just going to finish a tiny bit of embellishing, filling in those colors, and then I've got another little spot, and then that's it. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and I will do my very best to get back to you. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.